Morning, y'all. Welcome. Let me make sure I'm ready on all of my platforms real quick. Good morning, good morning. We're going to keep it general today. I'm just gonna wait for some people to join. Let me see. I need to start clipping on Kick too, because I actually got some followers on Kick. So I need to figure out, I need to clip on there just like I'm clipping on on my Twitch. Welcome y'all. Welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting for people to join. It's early. Good morning. Yeah, we're gonna do general. So I have been doing the polls for people to kind of choose whether or not, good morning. I was doing the polls to choose whether or not like what different topics to do, but I think I like keeping it general for the channel. And I feel like if somebody has a specific area of life that they really want to focus in on, I know that they'll get a reading anyway because it's more personalized regardless. So I think we'll continue to keep them general. And the reason for that being too is that every sign is not always focused on or needing to focus on the same thing. Like, some people have a great career and they want to focus on love. Some people have love and want to focus on a great career, so you can't really pinpoint what everybody should be focused on at the same time. So I'm just going to keep it general for everybody. Um, Let me set this up because I want to be able to clip on Kick too. I got the clips on. I definitely got the clips on what you call it. What's it called? On Twitch. But I gotta figure out how to do it on Kick too. But y'all know we're on all the platforms. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. My name is the same across the board as EeshUrHeartOut. Twitch is EeshUrHeartOut Official. Um, and I found out my Twitch, the EeshUrHeartOut Twitch is mine, but I don't know why it didn't let me it wouldn't let me change my password. So it is what it is. But at least that's me. And it's not nobody else with the name. Um, so what other things I have to say? Oh, also, I am done with the concept for my own tarot deck. So I just have to organize it, put it in a PDF, and get it ordered. So I will be able to finish that today. So I'm excited. I wrote up all the definitions. And I included how I kind of interpret within the definitions because I know some people also wanted like a little tarot lesson. So I put my own definitions in there with the traditional definitions as well. And yeah, I'm excited about it. It looks really cool. So that should be done. Like I'm thinking early August, I'll be able to have some of the decks. I'm gonna start with just a small amount of decks. And then, of course, I'll be using the deck on my live. So that is what we're going to start with. I know we have Leo here. So everybody drop your signs in the chat. And we are going to go in the order of first come, first serve. We are going to do general today. So drop y'all signs in the chat. Yes, it is Leo season. It is Leo season. Shout outs to the Leos out there. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Make sure y'all like the live for me. If you're on TikTok, this will also be up on YouTube. So if you do miss your zodiac sign, you can watch it later and click the timestamp in the description. My TikTokers, do not get scammed. This is my only TikTok page. I'm not going to DM you for any readings. I'm not going to DM you talking about no spell work, none of that. This is my only TikTok page because the more followers I get, the more they will copy me and make fake pages. If you catch me live, guys, the way that we do questions, you can do the $5 Cash App questions. It's also Eat Your Heart Out is my Cash App. And yeah, otherwise we're doing it general. If you want general information, if you have a question, drop your sign in the chat and that will be when we do the reading. So far we got Leo and Sagittarius. So keep dropping y'all signs. Yeah, I don't really have, I do want people to still keep the same, I guess, what do I want to say? I want you to keep the same message that I had yesterday with the whole like being mindful of what you do with your time, things like that. Like I was able to finish my tarot project very quickly because that's all I spent my time. I was focused on it. I didn't get distracted. I was actually surprised at how quickly I was able to finish it. Thank you, Henry. You said hotter than a spoon in a trap house. All right, thank you. Let me see. I think that, is that dead? Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not dead on there. All right. But yeah. Okay. I'm just waiting for y'all to drop some signs. All right, we got Virgo. Keep dropping y'all signs in the chat. Oh, y'all are crazy. I will be using that as a clip. Thanks. Clip that right now. Okay, we got Gemini. Let me make sure I ain't skip nobody. We got Gemini, Libra. I know it's early, so I'm waiting on people to wake up, waiting on people to shake it off. All right, we can get started, though, because I know more people will come in and drop them anyway. So we got Leo, Sag, Virgo, Gemini, Libra so far. Also, guys, y'all can drop signs like if you want to see for your moon and rising, or if you want to be nosy and see somebody's business, you have the ability to do that as well. All right, so we're going to get started. Let's use these moon cards today. All right, we got Cancer. I'm gonna use these moon cards today. I see Leo and Cancer together a lot. You don't have to tell me who the Cancer is. But I see that combo, like Leo and Cancer or Leo and Capricorn. I see them together a lot. All right, so Leo, let me timestamp it for you. What does this say? Oh, good. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. So Leos. All right. We want to do one of these moon cards. Let's pull one for you. Let's get one of these moon cards real quick. All right. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. So that's good energy. If you're wondering if something's going to work out, it will. All right. You said Miss Cleo. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Cleo. My girl got tricked. She got scammed. Poor lady. It's all good, though. All right, what's the center? She was a Leo, actually. She was a Leo. You said Virgo is next. You got to get to work. Poor Henry. You're new here, baby. I don't give a damn if you got to get to work. You go wait. So we got Leo, Sagittarius, and then Virgo. I can always tell when somebody is new here. I don't know who y'all be talking to. Because this is not that kind of party. Ooh, yeah, let's clip all that. Let's clip all that. Thank y'all for getting me clips, though. All right, so prosperity lies ahead, Leos. Hey, Amelia. All right, so what is the center of your reading here, Leos? What's the center of your reading? Okay, order. All right, so when we get this with prosperity lies ahead, you need to, I'm getting that you need to get something organized. Right now, as far as plans are concerned, I would literally plan for something that's coming in. So like say you're expecting money to come in or something like that. I would budget for that money. All right. I would, plan ahead with what you're going to do or plan to save it. Also with order, there could be something that seems chaotic right now. Like it's not going in the way that you think it should be going. So don't worry. It's like kind of letting you know that something will work out, but kind of like in a chaotic manner is what I'm getting. All right. It may not work out the way that you expect. All right. So let's see. What is your energy here, Leos? What's your energy here? Okay, leadership. All right, so I feel like you're initiating something. So if the situation is order and you're the leader here, you're going to have to plan something. You're going to have to get something organized. You are initiating a situation. All right, so what are you leading here? What are you the first to do? And then we'll see what other energy you need to be in. Okay, so you could look at this as like leading the competition or initiating competition or kind of initiating right now chaos, literally. So I feel like that's why you need to get something in order. Okay, let's see. So what energy should you be in, Leos? Let's see. What energy should you be in? Okay, self-love. All right, so control your emotions. Do something that makes sure that you are comfortable first. All right. When it comes to prosperity as well, if you're wondering about whether or not you should share something with someone out of like generosity or kindness, in this case, I would not. Right. So I would make sure that your bills are paid first, everything working out for you first. All right, we got Aquarius. All right, what else are you going to do as an act of self-love? Thank you, Amit. I appreciate that. All right, we got Libra on the list, by the way. Oh, my goodness. So out of self-love, you got defiance. Yeah, you do got a lot of chaos going on. It's almost like you're supposed to be kind of chaotic. All right. What are you going against here? That's interesting. What are you going against here, Leos? Oh, defiance again. Okay, so I feel like somebody's going against you, so you have to go against them. That's why you have leadership and fight. I feel like you might have to stand up for yourself. There's going to be a lot of chaos going on. Okay, looks a little dramatic, but that's okay. Let's see. We got Virgo on the list, by the way. Let's see. Looks a little dramatic. All right. There's that Cancer. I just mentioned it. Somebody is offering you, so they're going to say something nice or kind to you. All right. The Page of Cups. I feel like that could literally be a Cancer. I feel like, too, some of you may have a child. This may be your child. I feel like if your child is asking you for something, you're going to have to kind of take them under your wing. Let's continue. Okay, there's a Hierophant. So there's Taurus. There's your prosperity. So I feel like you're going to have to make rules and regulations for what you're spending, what you're saving. I feel like somebody is approaching you and a Taurus. Oh, it's a lot of what? Hold on. Somebody's approaching you. Oh, wait, what's the next card? Let me slow down. Hold on. So somebody is approaching you and a Taurus, or you a Taurus and a Capricorn. I feel like somebody is asking you to assist them. They are in the Five of Pentacles energy. They don't really have something going. I feel like, too, somebody's going to get caught in the middle of this debate that you're in, or in the middle of this chaos. For some reason, I'm getting like, if there's a Cancer involved, that's not the biggest thing. They're a significant person. But I feel like them reaching out or talking to you or approaching you is what is kind of causing a chain reaction between you and a more significant group of people. All right, so they're not really the significant part, but they're here. They're kind of kicking it off. Let's see what the Page of Cups is doing. Yeah, they're talking to you. Yeah, what are they asking you? I'm a beast with the cards, y'all. This is for Leo right now. Yep. All right, so you got voice. Yeah, they're asking you to make a decision here. Okay. They're asking you to make a decision about what to do. Why are I feel like somebody's asking you something about like your family. Because I don't know why it's giving me this. Somebody is asking you about something that has nothing to do with you. This is something that looks a little dramatic. All right, so boom. Somebody is asking you about your relationship to a Taurus, or your loyalty, or your like your commitment to somebody, right? If you guys don't know a Taurus, they're asking you about this relationship, and they're wondering, why are you and that Taurus get along? Because a Taurus gets along with a Capricorn, and that Capricorn did something with a Pisces that they're not supposed to be doing. So this is a question about, like, somebody's going to question almost like your loyalty or your faith, or like, why are you working with this person? Why are you getting along with this individual? Because I feel like something has nothing to, like, something looks like it might not be this person's business. What's their intention in asking? Let's see, what is their intended outcome? Fight. I can't make it up. They want they want competition, or they want some type of chaos or conflict. Now, if your leadership and fight, this could be your child or somebody that you're older than, or if you're wondering why there is competition, you may not remember the fact that you may have done something to instigate this fight, but I'm getting something from a long time ago, or something that it's like almost insignificant, or it's not, they shouldn't really be bringing it up. All right, so what is the Hierophant here? I feel like somebody could be saying something disrespectful. All right, they're moving on to what? Yeah, they're going to, yeah, exactly. They're either with a Capricorn, or they're focused on something professional, or they're focused on work here. Okay, so yeah, that's, if you're, what is the opportunity that lies ahead for you, Leos? All right, you got intuition. Okay, angel again. I'm the Sagittarius in personality. All right, so that, I don't know, that just kind of confirms what I just said. Intuition, angel, and personality. This could also be, maybe you have an opportunity to work with a Sagittarius for some of you, or a Capricorn, just because they're here. The Capricorn is a fallen angel. I feel like I do see Hangman here, so I see a perspective going on. I want to see what the shift in this perspective was. What's the old perspective here? So they are trying to cause a little bit of a conflict. Okay, so you got mood. What are you going to realize later here? Perspective, attitude, and luck. It's a perspective of an opportunity. So that's what I'm saying. Like this, it's a lot of conflict or chaos, but you don't realize that there's going to be an opportunity that comes from this. It's almost like this will be good, that somebody instigated chaos or a fight. Okay. Now, of course, you know, don't be violent. Don't do nothing crazy. But this looks like conflict, lying, jealousy, like a little bit of back and forth. I feel like literally you think that something is a loss, but it's not. All right. That was Leo's reading. All right. So that was... Y'all come back and let me know. Real quick, to answer questions, we're not doing free questions, but we are doing general readings for each sign. So you can drop your zodiac sign in the chat. Thank you. I believe that's Natasha. Thank you for the compliment. All right, so far we got Leo. We just finished Leo. So if you're on TikTok and you want to see that, that's up on my YouTube. This will be time stamped. Oh, let me open up the chat for the other thing. And we got Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius. All right, no problem, Tara. No problem. So those are the signs we got so far. So keep dropping signs. We don't have all 12 yet. All right, we got Scorpio. And y'all could put multiple signs for like your, you know, moon and rising and all that good stuff too. All right, Aries. Yep, I got Libra on there. Okay, Pisces. Yep, we're doing Virgo third. Virgo is third. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. See what's going on for the Sagittariuses. All right, so what is the center of the reading for my Sagittarius folks? We're going to use these moon cards today. Okay, it's time to release negativity. New full moon in Scorpio. All right, so let's see what you need to release or what this is about. All right, we got a Capricorn. All right, let's see. So it's time to release negativity, Sagittariuses. Let's see. All right, so what is this pertaining to for the Sagittarius? What is this pertaining to for the Sagittarius? Okay, it looks like a trap mindset. All right, connectivity. Looks like a trap mindset, maybe thinking negatively, or you can only see something one way. I'm also getting to, if there's something that you're holding on to that's causing something negative, you do not have to do it, or you do not have to stay in this, energy or in this situation. All right, so what's your current role here, Sagittarius? Pardon me. Okay, healing. So I feel like you may be trying to fix that. All right, now if you're trying to heal or help somebody else and they're causing negativity for you, maybe that's the person you have to get rid of. But I feel like you are working on something. All right, but let's see. So what is the issue? And I'm going to see what you're able to heal it into. All right, so you got truth. So I guess you can kind of see that it's, yeah, vision. So I feel like you can see the truth. You already know the truth. I feel like you're going to see something clearly. I feel like you deep down know that you have a trap mindset or you have like a negative outlook. All right, you're going to be able to see something clearly because, you know, the Eight of Swords is always depicted as like having a blindfold on, like not being able to see, maybe not being able to see the good in something. All right, so you do have vision. All right, what other energy do you need to be in here, Sagittarius? So healing just means you're kind of in the transitional phase. Oh, okay, spirituality. All right. So believe in your spiritual belief systems. Be optimistic. When I get spirituality, I feel like that's optimism. This can also be like meditating. A lot of times spirituality is what gives us the faith to continue doing something when it comes to, you know, this crazy world that we live in. This can also be like you may see certain signs and synchronicities that reaffirm you. Like maybe, you know, you believe in angel numbers or something like that. But spirituality is the energy you should be in. Y'all know already I'm a Sag, so that's... All right, so what are you going to be able to see here, Sagittarius, when you use a spiritual mindset or optimistic mindset? This could also be prayer, affirmations, things like that. Okay, you're going to be able to see skill. Something about a Libra. You got fluidity and innovation. So this can, you'll be able to see the cause and effects of something. You'll be able to see something very accurately, or you'll be able to see something literally about a Libra. What I will say too with innovation, I pulled this card for myself for the tarot deck that I was working on just to make sure I was kind of on the right track with it. And y'all know that I always say innovation means you do have all the tools to make something work. Something is creative. You are going to be able to do it. So that was, you know, I look at that as a good card. Here you got courage and confidence. All right, so let's continue. I don't know. We'll see if Libra pops out here. Let me use this hoodoo deck. Shout out to Australia. All right, so let's see. 8 cards for... Oh, shoot. Y'all know I forgot to do the timestamp. I'm going to put it at about 20 minutes. I'm glad I saw that just now. All right, so let's get 8 cards for the Sagittarius. So you're supposed to be in spirituality. Okay, so we got the Hangman again. That's Pisces energy. All right, 4 of Wands. The Hierophant, the Devil card. Okay, these are similar cards to the Leo. All right, let's see. All right, Daughter of Baskets, the 6 of Wands, the Lovers, and then the 6 of Pentacles. So you got 666. All right, so that's about like nurturing. That's about like being more generous to someone than you are to another individual. Okay, so first of all, it's somebody that you live with. Some of you may have children, or maybe you live with a friend, family member, you married. The person that you're with in the home, they're talking to another individual. So they're on the phone over here with someone else, and you're over here with a group of people, or you're over here talking to a Gemini. All right, so I feel like that's the basis of the scenario. Like I can see you doing that. You're approaching and talking to a Gemini. I'm also getting 2 with the Devil card. That's my spiritual energy. So I feel like now this represents in this deck, she is like a hoodoo person. So there may be a scenario where you want to do something that manifests something for yourself, writing things down. All right, I'm also getting 2, you're going to have we talked about perspective, and I feel like your trap perspective may be tied to the person that you are living with, even if it's your child or something, and not in a negative way like they're impeding on it, but it's like maybe you think, oh, I can't accomplish this because I have a kid, or I can't accomplish this right now because I'm whatever, I have to do this for this person. All right, but we're going to see what you have a trap mindset on about too. Let's see. What is the Four of Wands right here? I feel like these two are having a conversation. Oh, okay. You got Angel. Yeah, Angel and Style. That's who you live with. All right. So what's your trap perspective here? What do you keep thinking will occur? You got rebellion and strength. So there's the Leo. You got power and self-esteem. Some of you, when we get Leo, this isn't a Leo sun. This is a Leo moon. Even if you don't know their sun sign now, like I said, there could be a chain reaction because Cancer did come out in the Leo's reading. So it's like maybe you're cool with the Cancer or whatever, but the Leo is, involved or something like that. All right, if you were able to open your mind, we see Libra. What else will you be able to see? What's a positive perspective? Yeah, you got self-love, potential, vision again, and voice. So what is the Cancer, what the Cancer was speaking in the Leo reading, what does that have to do with you? That's the question. Because the Cancer is trying to start some sort of argument or conflict. What is you and the Taurus doing here? It's like you and a Cancer or you and a Taurus. Okay, yeah, something is chaotic. All right. You got transition and then change. That's interesting. What effect will spirituality have for you? And I want to see what element of spirituality will work best for you right now. Because I feel like with vision, that could be meditation. All right, but what effect will spirituality have for you? Okay, courage. All right, so I feel like you'll just have faith. What else will you have the courage to do here? Oh, speak. Okay, courage and voice. So you're supposed to be speaking too. Okay. So what do you need to speak out about? So I feel like something is going to it's almost like you're afraid to speak up or you're afraid to talk or discuss something. But I feel like you're actually correct on it. So it just depends on what you guys want to do for a living. Of course, y'all know I'm a Sag, so I do this, but you guys can do public speaking. You may be able to lead presentations at work. Maybe somebody's a good singer or a good writer or a good storyteller. Whatever relates to your voice or speaking up or vocalizing something for yourself. All right. You guys will know what that is. It's personal to you because you'll know what you're afraid to do. You know what else this could be too? It could just be simple as networking, going out and talking to people. Because I feel like for you with this 666 coming out, it's almost like you talking is going to generate like more income or more opportunities for you. What else will you speak on here? Because I know now some of you, maybe you want to do something spiritual. Maybe you want to talk about like Reiki healing or, meditation or affirmations. Maybe that's the part of spirituality that you may need to use. It definitely can be testimony. It could be, maybe it's motivational speaking. It just depends on, each person. So what's a good, I guess, the topic that you're supposed to be speaking out about for each of you? There's that Taurus. You got respect, resistance, and confidence, and then defense and humor. All right, maybe some of you are trying to maybe somebody wants to do comedy. All right, I know a lot of Sagittarius that want to do comedy and things like that, but I feel like you need to speak to the public. All right, that's an interesting read. Hopefully, it's harder for me to read for Sagittarius because I'm a Sag, so I know what it is for me. I try to keep it as as broad for everybody else. But yes, your advice is spirituality, Sagittarius. Do not forget that. What is the outcome here for you? If it's an energy where somebody questions your spiritual belief systems, go ahead and just ignore that. It doesn't matter. All right. What's the outcome here for the Sagittarius? And then Virgo is next. All right, you got personality, confidence, and ambition. All right, I feel like you'll be able to do something for a living. There's sexuality, so that's your opposite sign. People may be, listening or talking to you, whatever, in that situation. All right, y'all. Shout out to Australia. Okay, let's see. Where was this? Oh. All right, Virgos. That was kind of a quick reading for the Sagittarius, but I'm not going to force it. All right, Virgos. Leo started us off strong with the with the dramatic. Speaking of the spiritual advice part for Sagittarius, if you weren't here in the beginning, I did mention that I did complete my tarot deck. So I just have to like get everything organized for printing. So I'm excited about that. And I found a good printer company. So that should be done like in a couple weeks. I don't think it'll take that long. So I'm going to start with a few decks and, you know, make sure everybody likes them, use them on the live and stuff for everybody. All right, Virgos. Let's see. What is the center of the reading for you, Virgos? Let's see. Okay, show the world the real you. All right, what does this have to deal with here? What does this have to deal with here for the Virgos? We're on Virgo. Okay, focus, determination, tenacity. All right. What is your current energy, Virgos? Okay, love. All right, so you're in love. You're being nice, kind, generous, loving, caring. This could be romance. All right. What are you doing out of love for someone? What act of love are you showing, Virgos? Interesting. Self-love. All right, so when it says show the world the real you, I feel like out of love, you're being honest. This is who I am. I'm being comfortable with myself. You're expressing who you are as a person. I'm also getting out of love for another individual. You are controlling your own emotions. All right, so you're able to control your emotions to make sure somebody else around you is comfortable. All right, what other energy should you be in? What other energy should you be in, Virgos? Okay, you have connectivity, transition, and resistance. Okay. Now, I don't know if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, but they had connectivity where they're supposed to open up their minds here. But they didn't really pull resistance. I feel like if there's a tribe mindset that you have, you're going to start resisting the way that you think as well. So what are you going to start resisting here? Let's see. What are you going to start resisting, Virgos? You're going to start resisting hustle, ambition, and humor. You're going to start resisting something dealing with money here. Okay. You might start resisting spending. What do you have a trap mindset about? You're like resisting abundance. Oh, you have a trap mindset about something being blocked. Okay, let's get the card. So maybe you think something's going to get rejected. Or you think something is a blockage. Okay, we'll figure that out. Let's clarify. Thank y'all for the likes, by the way. All right, so you got the daughter back. Why is the same cards coming out today? Okay, you got the daughter, daughter baskets, the devil card, the Pisces energy, the hangman, 4 wands. So now something's reversed. Literally, the cards I just pulled for the Sag reading, it's reversed now. Because it was the Hierophant, the 4 wands, the hangman, then it was a devil card. Now it's reversed. And their advice was spirituality. It's reversed. And then there's a Page of Cups, a Strength card, and then the Emperor. What is how? Okay, all right. There's a lot of people in this reading. The major arcana, that's how you got a Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, and Aries energy. But here's that Cancer again. All right, so I feel like somebody is like kind of reporting back. I'm seeing there's an energy where somebody's like, yeah, okay, we're going to figure out where you are here. You may have a Cancer moon or Cancer rising or something like that, but there's an individual who's reporting that they saw this person in the home. Somebody's like, yeah, I saw so and so in the house with these two. Like, this looks like there's children involved as well. Like, somebody's like, yeah, so and so was the kid was in the house with these two people trying to, I don't know, trying to, because this looks like it's trying to start the fight with the Leo here. You have Leo Aries energy. What are you doing? What is your role down here? It must be about to be something chaotic. Let's see. Oh, your older sister is a Cancer. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, you're a Virgo and your wife is a Sag. Okay, yeah, I see Virgo and Sag together a lot. You said you're a Sag and your mom's a Virgo. Okay. All right, so what's the energy in these 8 cards? What's your role here? Okay, passion. So I guess this is something you desire. You're attracted to somebody. But it looks like you got order here. It's like you want something to be more organized. Now, Virgos are known to want things to be more like decluttered. Excuse me. What's being discussed here? It's like somebody's going back and forth, relaying messages almost. There's voice again. Yes, self-esteem. So somebody's going to say they feel offended, that they feel bothered. Okay, they're like, hey, that hurt my feelings. I don't feel good about that. What do they feel bothered by? What is somebody offended by? Yeah, versatility and strength again. I feel like something has a lot to deal with children. Here's the spirituality advice for Sag. So I feel like somebody's going to say they feel offended by a woman, or they feel offended about childhood or childbearing. I feel like that's the center of the reading is like about somebody either not being able to get pregnant, or somebody could say something offensive about somebody as a mother. Somebody's going to say something offensive about the lifestyle that this child has or something like that. That's what's going on. I feel like too, somebody's like, yeah, they're just offended because you look good or you're pretty or you're living a comfortable life. It's a lot going on here. What is the devil card here in this reading? The Sag and knowledge. All right, so they have the information that they're supposed to have. So we do talk about like the devil card is hidden information or hidden knowledge. So they kind of already know what to do here. What do they have knowledge about? All right, sexuality. This could be the genders, masculine and feminine energy. If you're dealing with a Sag and they give you some sort of advice, you need to listen to them. They're correct, or they know what's going on. They know something about a sexual relationship, or they understand the dynamic of masculine and feminine. And whatever they're discussing right now, they are correct. They're not incorrect. So the Virgos here that are wondering, if you are talking to a Sagittarius, they do know what they're talking about. Like if you're wondering like, oh, are they correct about this advice? They're correct. They know what's going on. So if you're confused or wondering, okay. So what is the hangman real quick? Let's see. They do know what's going on. Yeah, vision, resistance, and emotions. Now you are being self-love here. So like I said in the beginning, you're controlling your emotions, Virgo. Maybe you need to express how you feel here. But I feel like the root of this, there is going to be a conversation about somebody being insecure or offended, because there is there's something that a woman is doing here. Literally, it has something to do with somebody being insecure about another woman, or what a woman is doing, their appearance. So what is the versatility here? What's this woman doing? Because that's the Empress. Let's see. Oh, we did do Sag. Yep. It was short too. My bad. It was back at 20 minutes. All right. So let's see. What is the woman doing here? What's the Empress doing? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, love, rebellion, and innovation, and self-esteem. That's what I'm saying. Like something starts to become insecure out of nowhere. What's making somebody feel insecure is that somebody is creative or somebody's able to like make something work. Like it's like somebody's almost offended for no reason. Yeah, there's the instigation of the conflict. There's the fight. And then there's hustle to a pentacles and in the world. I feel like the fight is instigated and then it ends just like that. Somebody's like, okay, I'm just going to get this. That's the end. It's almost like a competition or a fight is ended really quickly. And I feel like that's what's going to bother somebody. And like I said before, that Leo reading, we talked about prosperity lies ahead for them, even though something seems chaotic. So somebody could be bothered by the fact like, there's a fight or a competition that's instigated. That fight or competition goes in in that person's favor. They receive something. So maybe somebody like receives money or receives like some sort of help because of this. And it just ends. Or like if there's a conflict or an issue, somebody's like, okay, here, they're able to pay for it. And that just ends the conflict. But that's not what somebody wants. I feel like somebody wanted a conflict to end like abruptly or dangerously or badly, or they want something, they want the conflict to go in their favor, but it's not. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to start this argument with this person. We're going to get in an argument. That person sues me and they win. It's like that. It's like, okay, they actually benefited. Like somebody's going to benefit from this. I feel like, too, the root of the reading was determination or focus. Somebody is able to control their emotions, and this can be you, Virgo, but somebody's able to control their emotions really well. What's brought to an end here with the World card? Yeah, potential. What does somebody expect as this fight or this disagreement occurs? It's just like it's no reason to even fight. Yeah, mood. I feel like you're the one that's able to control your emotions. There's no shame. There's no regret. Somebody's supposed to end up being sad or like somebody else is supposed to be in a financial loss. Like even if something occurs, right, and somebody has to pay for something, that payment was supposed to cause like a big financial loss for somebody, but it's like a drop in the bucket. It's like, okay, here you go. Here's the money or okay, but it's not affecting the relationship. It's not affecting the emotions. So that's the center of the reading. I don't know if now the Sag is here and they have the information. So I don't know if they're giving you that advice, if they're telling you that like, yeah, just go ahead and pay them, or don't worry about it. They just trying to make you angry. The purpose of this is to make you angry or feel ashamed or feel guilty. And that's not going to work. What is the new cycle for somebody once we put the conflict to an end here? Yeah, we got healing, you got skill and luck. All right, so this could be about fixing an opportunity, possibly for a Libra. I'm not pulling Libra energy, but I feel like too, something literally, like I said, it causes an opportunity. Healing, something is going to cause a better opportunity or cause like some sort of financial opportunity. All right, so that I know that seems like it may seem like it's all over the place, but that's your energy. All right, Virgo, that was y'all reading. We did Leo, Sag, and Virgo. We got Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces, and Capricorn. All right, so if you did not hear your sign, oh yeah, okay, I think I answered you. Yeah, she saw Sag. If you're on TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, this will be time stamped up on my YouTube, y'all. Let me see something. Sorry, somebody sent me something that I want to respond to real quick. All right, y'all. All right, let's see. I be messing with people on every platform. All right. Okay. Gemini's next. Let's see if the same cards come out. Maybe I should switch the deck, but we'll see. Let's switch the deck and see. I do like that hoodoo deck though. Let's see. Oh. Oh. All right, Geminis. Let's get y'all a moon card. All right, so what is the center of the Gemini's reading? Let's see. Okay, don't let your past hold you back. All right, don't let your past hold you back. Well, one of these cards is in here. Okay. All right, what does this pertain to for my Gemini placements? No, you're the first Taurus, so it will be a little while. Okay, so yeah, we got transition. Literally move on. If you want to move or relocate, it's just time to move on. This is what this is about. I'm also getting to just a reminder that your new situation that you're in is not the same as your old situation, but I'm getting you need to move on. All right, if you like say you want to stay in a city because you're like, oh, I grew up here, all my friends and family are here, it's time for you to move or relocate. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we are starting out with the 5 of Cups. So there could be some regret here. 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. There's the Lovers. There you go, Gemini. Okay, the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, Justice, and then the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so first of all, I feel like you're remembering a time where you received something. I see you literally receiving money or finances for something. There's like a plan or a budget. You were in this plan or this budget, but for some reason it starts off with a regret with the 5 of Cups. That's how something started. But even though you're receiving something, it started in a negative, and we're going to clarify what that negative part is. The way this is depicted in this deck, it almost looks like somebody is giving you something against what somebody else is advising them of, right? So they're like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. I want to give Gemini this. I feel like, too, if you're remembering things that you used to receive in a situation, it's just time to, like, let that go. So then with the 2 of Wands, that is about making a decision or making a new action and moving forward. If I feel like, too, if there's people involved, it is a good idea for you to move forward with a Libra here. There's a Libra that's trying to get you to move forward. They could be advising you that. I'm also getting to, if that's not what the case is, somebody is kind of looking at your situation and they're finding it funny that you're kind of still stuck on that. But literally, I feel like the solution to you removing the sadness that you're feeling, like if you're feeling any regret, you're stuck on like an old situation. All right, so let's see what the 5 of Cups was, because that's how something started. What's the 5 of Cups here? Yeah, superstition. It's almost like somebody's afraid or nervous, so they give you something. What were they worried about? There's Leo. They're worried about, yeah, hustle. Somebody's worried about a Leo giving money to a Cancer. Somebody doesn't trust that they should give that, or they're worried that, like, okay, if I give this Leo something, they're going to talk about it, or they're going to put it out there, or they're going to show everybody. But what does that have to do? Okay, so what did you get here? What did you receive? So somebody's nervous about another individual receiving money or something like that from a Cancer. So what did you receive out of this? It's like you got, yeah, potential. You actually received like actual money, finances. Okay, I feel like you received an opportunity. Why is it necessary that you move on, Geminis? What was going on in the past here? Okay, you've got inspiration. Yeah, style. I knew the Cancer was there. There could be something dealing with an Aquarius Cancer combination. Also, I'm getting something inspires you to think about the past. All right. Something, if you're not dealing with an Aquarius or a Cancer, something inspires you to think about your past a lot. So maybe you live in a town and it keeps reminding you of something. Maybe you keep watching something, listening to something. What should you move towards here? There you go. Sexuality. Yeah, peace and ambition. I feel like you need to stop listening to something or be like kind of be calm with what's going on. I feel like too, it's so you need to be at peace with somebody moving on. I don't, now, if you're dealing with a Virgo, I feel like there's a lot of people involved. The signs that I'm getting is somebody gave you something because they were worried or nervous about a Leo and a Cancer, right? They're there, you're involved in this scenario, so you receive an opportunity because of that. You still want that same opportunity, or you still want the situation to stay the same. I feel like that is also tied somehow to a Virgo. I don't know how, but they're here. But I feel like it's time for you to move on into the unknown. There's nothing like kind of keeping you there. What is the Justice? Okay, yeah, perspective. Okay, there could also be like somebody's perspective on somebody's creative abilities, perspective on women. There's something that could be why you're stuck in a position. Maybe why are you, okay, so why are you holding on to your past so much? Why is it hard for you to move on? Maybe you keep bringing up an old topic or something. There you go again. Okay, look, I just feel like it was your opportunity or something was going in your favor back then. And that's why it's hard for you to let that go. You were on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Something was going your way. And then when it stopped going your way, it's like, no, I want it back that way. I want it to go that way again. And it's just like you got to have a new opportunity. All right. Also, with luck, I look at that as time. So, don't keep wasting your time on something. It's okay to move forward. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Geminis? And then we'll get the outcome for you. Yeah, you got personality. Yeah, superstition and mood. It's like somebody was worried about a loss. That was why something started in the first place. So maybe you think, maybe something seems like a good opportunity and it wasn't. Okay, what is this person regretting? What are they ashamed of? It's like they're nervous or afraid about somebody else. It has no, I don't think it has anything to do with you. I feel like too, they weren't accurate or precise. It's almost like you accidentally got an opportunity. And I'm not saying that you didn't deserve it, but you kind of just want something to continue. But that person that was giving you that or doing that for you, I don't think it was supposed to go that way anyway. It's based in like some form of negativity here. It's based in like a loss, or they're giving you something because they're afraid of somebody else. It's like, I'm going to give Gemini this because I don't trust this person. It's almost like it's not, and I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible. I feel like the opportunity really wasn't going to go to you. So that could be why it's hard for you to understand that, because it could have been temporary or very quick, or it wasn't going your way anyway. All right, what is the outcome for you, Geminis? Thank y'all for following. I appreciate y'all. You got courage. Yeah, potential again. So Yeah, you got potential connectivity and leadership. If there is a Leo involved, they have the courage to go ahead and lead or... All right. Libra is next, actually. All right, Libras. I'm going to go back to the Hoodoo deck. I like that deck. We'll see if I'm going to shuffle for a little while. All right, so we did Leo, Sag, Virgo, and Gemini. And we've got Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, and Taurus. All right, so let's see. What is the energy surrounding the Libras? Work through your fears. All right, so there could be something you are afraid of, afraid to try, afraid to do. All right, what is this pertaining to, Libras? What is the center here? Okay, transition. So we talked about, I just said that Gemini had transition. They were supposed to move towards your energy. So it's time to move on from something for you as well. All right, what is your starting point? Okay, you've got spirituality. What do you need to transition to? So there's a spiritual belief system. Okay, personality. All right, so I feel like it's time to incorporate something that you learned within yourself, or it's time to put yourself out there. Okay, so you've already incorporated your spiritual belief systems. It's time to put yourself out there, show yourself. All right, so let's see. What are you afraid of? Passion? Are you afraid of, like, literally sex, or you're afraid of what you desire? You got passion and sexuality. I don't know if it's literally you and a Gemini. You may want to be around this Gemini. This could be about what you're attracted to, who you're attracted to. I feel like there's something where you want a Gemini to do something. You want to work with that Gemini. You desire to partner up. So what's scary about it? What do you think is going to occur? This could be like a goal you have. Oh, okay. You're afraid of how you'll be viewed. Yeah, that's what it is. So if this is about literal sex, this could be like a spiritual belief system that has you thinking you shouldn't, be sensual, sexual, be attracted to somebody, the type of sexuality you're interested in, if it's that. I'm also getting to, if it's just about working with a Gemini or being seen with a Gemini, something like that, you feel like you're worried about how you're going to be viewed. All right. How do you think you're going to be viewed? You got spirituality and emotions. So maybe you're afraid to show people what your spiritual belief system is, or if it's something with passion and sexuality, you may feel like your desires conflict with your spiritual belief systems. What other energy should you be in here? You just met a Gemini. All right, what energy should you be in here? All right, you got strength. There's superstition again and rebellion. All right, so somebody could be worried about you looking different. Yeah, I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo. The strength card is a Leo. All right, so let's see. I feel like in your case, if spirituality is what you're moving away from, it could be like a belief system more so than optimism. Like Sagittarius energy that they're supposed to be in is spirituality. You're supposed to move on from some sort of limited belief system. Because remember, there is always a balance. There is always like an extreme between the two. All right, so. Hey, welcome. All right, so there's the Queen of Cups, the World. So literally the emotional detachment to something is over. The love has ended. Okay. Now we have the Nine of Wands. There you go. There you go, Libra. Okay. You feel left out, or there is no more. Okay, here's the High Priestess. Here's intuition, the Emperor, the Sun, and then the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like literally what I'm getting here, the way that I read it, you got Aries, Leo, right? Aries, Leo, Sag, the fire energy is our soul. It's our passion. It's the things that are within ourselves. I feel like you know yourself, and then you get to the Eight of Swords, and then you're trapped or you're stuck, and you don't want to say the truth about yourself. The next step will be Sagittarius, and that's truth. All right, so I feel like you feel trapped. All right, so the signs that are coming out, it could be dealing with an Aries and a Leo, because the Sun card can also be a Leo. But it's literally, you're like, I don't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want to be viewed that way. I don't want to be stuck in this perspective. Everybody will look at me this way. Like, whatever you desire, you're like, I don't want to get pigeonholed into that scenario. Okay. Somebody could be like, maybe you're attracted to the same sex, maybe you're bisexual or something, or, but let's see what else. What came to an end with the Queen of Cups? I feel like it's an emotional detachment. Yeah, it says versatility, so this could be like a woman that was being generous, kind. Yeah, there's versatility, defense, and style and inspiration. Somebody's like blocking out, they're saying no to a Cancer and an Aquarius. Or somebody has rejected a Cancer and Aquarius. I feel like too, somebody saying, no, I don't want children, depending on what the scenario is. All right, so what are you doing in the Justice card, Libra? Because you're there. You're yourself. Your love. What are you doing out of love here? You're being generous or kind. Out of love, out of love, you're listening to someone else, guidance. Okay, so what is somebody telling you to do? Or telling you to believe? Yeah, they're telling you to be scared. Literally. This is why you have worked through your fears. The only reason you're fearful or the only reason you're afraid is literally, okay, the person that I care about, they're warning me. They're telling me to not do this. I should be nervous. I should be afraid. That's the only reason you're listening to that. Who told you this? Yeah, power. So I don't know if I keep getting Sagittarius and Libra together all the time. So I don't know if I don't know if that's who you're attracted to. I don't. Okay, what is the High Priestess telling you? What is the intuition telling us here? Because remember, intuition is different than spirituality, y'all. Okay. Yeah, you're okay to focus, to be determined. Yeah, there it is, your personality, sexuality, and hustle. So if you know a Gemini, literally, it's okay for you to work with them or be around them or get to know them at least. So it's definitely something that you want to do or a decision that you want to make that conflicts with whatever spiritual belief system you're taught. Like somebody is telling you to be afraid and you're only listening to them out of love for them. Who is this person to you right here? And then we're going to see what the Emperor and the Sun card is. I don't even think. Okay, knowledge. What does the High Priestess know here? Finesse. Maybe they know that you're being manipulated into thinking this way. Or they know that something is not working. Because you do have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords typically happens when something doesn't work. What else is someone telling you to be afraid about how people view you? I feel like that's the main thing. Like, oh no, you're going to be looked at as blah, blah, blah. It's like somebody could be telling you to be nervous about a Leo or like be worried about how you look as having a child and you think like this, or worry about pregnancy maybe. It's like you're just worried about other people. All right. What's the outcome for you, Libras? So it's just working through the fear. That's easier said than done. Hustle, connectivity, and respect and skill. All right, you could be dealing with a Taurus as well. There's your opportunity. Okay. You said that's crazy. Hopefully not in a bad way. Said all this is crazy. All right, that was Libra. Cancer is next. Why? Oh, I was about to say, I feel like I did Cancer, but they was all up in everybody else's, it was all up in everybody else's readings. Okay, let's see. Let me drink some tea. Oh, it's early today, y'all. All right. What's the energy surrounding my Cancers? Center of your reading. What do you need to release? All right, Cancers. So Sag has to release negativity. You may need to release something else that you're dealing with. But what is it? What is this energy pertaining to for my Cancers? Personality. Okay. Now this could be like, maybe it's oversharing with this if we're talking about what we need to release, but we'll clarify. But this could be oversharing or being very and when I say flamboyant, I mean like loud or out there. But let's see. So what needs to be released, Cancer? What do you need to release here? Interesting. Ambition. Now, first of all, there's a lot of ways I could read that card. It could be something that you really desire, that you're really working towards. We'll clarify that. For those of you, when I say release ambition or release a job, please, it is real life. I'm a realistic person. Do not just release a job if you do not have money or something like that, or you don't have, another opportunity. But releasing ambition, if this is a person, you may need to release a Virgo for some of you. Or I'm also getting there is like a repetitive action or something that you are repetitively building upon. That's interesting, that ambition came out. Okay, so what is your current energy? Okay, it's innovation. You have all the tools to create something. So maybe you don't know that. What are you able to create for yourself? Now, you could be manipulating something, but we'll see. But what are you able to create for yourself, Cancers? Yeah, self-love. Something that you're able to be comfortable with doing. Yeah, you got self-love, versatility, voice, and passion. Okay. All right, let's get the cards. Let's see what, ambition is. Let's see. Okay, the world. So we already start. So you automatically start out with an ending. Something has already come to an end. Something's coming to fruition. It's completed. Yeah, the Three of Wands. It's like you're still looking at something that's already over or it's already complete. Okay. Got the Knight of Wands. Here's the Three of Pentacles, getting more information. Here's the Empress. Now you're able to create something. The Hangman, Daughter of Coins. And there's the Devil card. So same cards going back out, but there's that extra information. All right, there's more information right there. Okay, so actually, before I even pull that, what ended with the World card? It's like it's literally over, but you're still looking at it. Or you're going back to check on it again. Yeah, you got the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so something's already completed. All right, let's see. What is the end of this cycle? Okay, connectivity. Sag had that, so I don't know if they already, they may already change their mindset. Yeah, spirituality. So we already told Sagittarius to have faith in something. That part is complete, or they already understand what to do with their spiritual space or spiritual gifts, possibly. All right, so that's already complete. So what are we waiting for here still? What does somebody think they have to wait for? Because you also have 333 coming out. I just noticed that. Yeah, you got strength, pride again. If you're waiting on a Leo to do something, you are innovation. If you're waiting, like for maybe you're waiting for somebody to see that you're doing very well. Okay, so if this is about y'all at work, it's time for you to find a new job. You're not being appreciated at that job. Specifically if you work for a Leo or work with a Leo, they're not acknowledging. I feel like somebody's not acknowledging your work because you are innovation. So if that's the case, what's the new cycle for you? Okay, so it's a new perspective too. Okay, your perspective on time or opportunities. You may even think that that's the only way you can do something, the only way you can make money. If you can switch industries, I would do that. I would look into like, oh, this skill is transferable to this industry. Or, you know, I think it's time for you to go get a new job. See, like I really feel like somebody, that's all I keep getting. Like somebody is working a job and they're not getting promotions, or you're not getting any bonuses, you're not getting any like accolades or anything like that. What else are you doing in ambition that you need to release? Yeah, luck again. Feel like you're wasting time. Yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. You're already, it's like you think you're in the 8, you're already in the 9. You've already practiced something, you've built it up, you're really good at it, you're like there's nothing else for you to study here. And I feel like even if you don't realize it, you're supposed to already be at the 9 of Pentacles. Like you're already supposed to be at a place where something is successful. If it's not, I mean, I don't want to say tell somebody give up on something, but your innovation though. What is your energy down in these 8 cards? Because like you can create something, or maybe you're very creative, or there's something that you're really good at. Okay, mystery. Maybe you feel confused. What else are you hiding? Maybe you're hiding certain gifts, or you're hiding things that you're really good at, or yeah, finesse, passion, knowledge, and rebellion. I feel like you know that something works really well for you. What's this in the devil card on this side? Who is this, Cancer? All right, what are we doing on the devil card here? Okay, there's skill and leadership. Angel again. Okay, so I just literally told Sagittarius to work through their fears. I'm sorry. I just told a Libra to work through their fears with sexuality and spirituality. I just told them that. So maybe you overhear somebody giving this giving advice, and you're like, okay, I'm going to take that advice too. It's like okay. What other energy should you be in then, Cancers, to help you with this? Because, okay, yeah, perspective. I feel like you need to view all the things that you realize how much you have built. And what should your perspective be on yourself here? Realize how much you've built or you've constantly worked on. You got angel, hustle, dominance, and leadership. Not sure what angel is, but... All right, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. What perspective? Ooh, wait, hold on. That's backwards. All right. Maybe you're working really, really hard and you've already achieved something and you don't realize it, but what should your new perspective be here? Yeah, there's the moon. Yeah, it's time for you to do something new. It's okay that ended. It's time for you to go ahead and do something new. Especially if you're in like a dead-end job and they're not giving you anything. You got to go. I would try to. I know the job market is not great right now. But, you know, I would at least try. All right, so that was Cancer. Aquarius is up next. So far, y'all, we did Leo, Sag, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, and Cancer. All right, so we got Aquarius. If you're on TikTok, make sure y'all check. You can check this out on YouTube later. It'll be timestamped, and my Twitch and Kick people. All right, Aquarius. All right, what is the energy surrounding you, Aquarius? Let's see. Bring love into the situation, and that does say new moon in Aquarius as well. All right. All right, what does this pertain to, Aquarius? What is this pertaining to? Resistance. Okay, what's your current energy, Aquarius? All right, style. So you're in a Cancer energy, or you're dealing with a Cancer, or you're moving forward with something, all right, in your own way, or you're just, you know, kind of moving forward with something, taking the good with the bad, all right? Some of you, I don't know if anybody's going on a trip. You're literally in charge of the trip or moving on, moving forward. All right, what energy should you be in here? So the energy you should be in is connectivity. Okay, you've got okay, well, connectivity. So keep a perspective. What's being resisted here? Oh, vision. You don't. Okay, so you're like, no, I don't want to see it that way. You don't want to see it that way. You don't want to observe something. Okay, what do we not want to see or observe? You're like, I don't want to see that. Literally, you're like, no, I don't want to see, or I don't want to see it that way. Okay, see what? What are we observing? Okay, truth. Uh-oh. Okay, you don't want to see the truth? So maybe if it's telling you to keep that perspective, I'm assuming it's okay for you to keep that perspective. You're like, I don't want to know the truth. I just want to move forward, or I just want to. Now, if it's a scenario where you're moving forward with something, you don't need to know the truth about your past. Okay, the truth about what? If you're watching tarot, I wouldn't watch this. Disclaimer. If you don't want to see something, the truth about something, I wouldn't continue watching right now. But, all right, so the truth about what? Yeah, change. For some people, it could be a Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Scorpio. But it's like you don't want to admit that something needs a change, or that something has changed. Okay, what, or if it's a Scorpio, so maybe don't watch the Scorpio reading when we do it or something like that. All right. Okay, so what is this scenario? What has changed? What was it before? Okay, focus. What did it change into? Innovation. That was Cancer. Okay, so first of all, this is your energy. If you are in Cancer energy, you may want to watch the Cancer reading, like you were able to create something. But somebody was very determined or focused on something, and then they changed and started creating. They started creating. Okay. But it's like you don't want to see the truth about that. Why don't you want to see that? What does that mean? Why don't you want to see it? Or you're nervous, or you're worried? Okay, what are you afraid of? It's like you're afraid to see the truth, but the truth is that something really did change. But innovation to me is like something is working. Innovation is an energy where even if something's manipulated, the manipulation worked, or the creation worked. What were we determined to have, or what was somebody focused on before? Because I feel like they changed their focus. Yeah, guidance. Somebody was listening to someone else. What were they guided to do in the past? Or yeah, be distracted. They were actually distracted or conflicted. Okay, so what is somebody able to create here with innovation? It's like you're afraid to see that somebody's actually making something work, or like something actually works. You got self-esteem, knowledge, leadership. Okay, we're going to clarify that. What are you worried about? Spirituality. Literally, you could not trust readings, or like you don't, because the root of it, you don't want to see the truth. So maybe you don't want to watch readings because you know the readings are going to be true. Sagittarius is advice with spirituality. That is what they're supposed to do. You got spirituality, transition, and strength. And then, yeah, it's like a lot of worries or... All right, if you don't listen, thank you, Sammy. If you are afraid to see the truth, I strongly recommend do not watch my readings. It will... I'm telling you right now, do not... I don't know what you don't want to see the truth about, something changing or whatever, but I feel like it changed. It already switched. It already changed. I feel like you're nervous or you're afraid or you don't trust something spiritually or you don't trust having optimism or something like that. Or you don't believe, maybe you don't believe in what somebody else believes in. Yeah, there's the Three of Cups. That's what somebody was doing. There could also, yeah, the Temperance. That has something to do with Sagittarius. I'm also getting something about marriage, but I'll get back to that. I don't know if there's a wedding, a marriage, a ceremony, like a celebration. But literally, I feel like a Sagittarius was listening to other people. Maybe even if they weren't guided, maybe they were trying to fit into a group. All right, there's their new perspective. So we just told Sagittarius to have a new perspective. Here's the Sun of Sticks. They're supposed to speak or talk. Literally, this is literally word for word the Sag reading. Some of you may also have Sag placements. There's the Chariot. There you are. Right now you're in a Cancer position. So I don't know if the Sag is telling you something or they're telling the Cancer something. You're coming out as Cancer right now. The Sagittarius is telling you something. Okay. There you're afraid. You're afraid. The Nine of Swords. And then the Six of Swords. And let's keep in mind too, Aquarius, you are not a Cancer. Maybe that's what you're afraid to hear. You're doing something strictly because of a Cancer. You're not in your normal energy. What energy should you be in with connectivity? Let's see. Maybe you need to see that one thing is connected to another. I feel like that's what you need to see. This thing is directly correlated or connected to this. What energy should you be in with connectivity? Let's clarify that real quick. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. So that's not the Eight of Swords then. Okay, let's clarify it. Let's see. So that's not... Thank you, Positive Life, for sharing the live. So that's not the Eight of Swords. So one thing is connected to the other. You need to see the connection in something. You're resisting seeing the truth about why something changed. Okay. What is the first situation or the first action? Strength. Okay, a Leo energy. All right. What is that directly connected to? Versatility. All right. So first of all, if these are people, a Leo is directly connected to a Taurus or a Virgo. Something dealing with that Leo is directly connected to motherhood, pregnancy. Maybe they're the reason you have a child or the reason you got pregnant. There's a correlation between this energy. I also say spiritually, right? Leo is children. Versatility is motherhood. There's a connection between like a repetitive cycle and having children. Or repeating something while you're having children. What is the Temperance doing in your reading? Okay, they've got respect. Okay, so what are they following? They're listening to something, they're following. It could be a Taurus too if you don't, if you're not dealing with a Sag. But what do they have respect for, or what rule are they following? Themselves. Literally, they're following their rules or they're following their standards. There could be another Sag that's listening to another Sag, or like, it's like me, when I do the Sag readings, I listen to them. I'm like, okay, bet. That was the advice. That was it. Okay. All right, what is their new perspective? See, rebellion, hustle, versatility. Something. Where are you leading? What are you, let's see. What is the Six of Swords right here? Yeah, Cancer came out as ambition. Cancer came out as repeating something. The Eight of Coins, ambition, doing something repetitive. You are literally being led by that energy, and you are in Cancer energy. There's a Strength card. Literally, something that you are doing is directly connected to a Leo, or is directly connected to something being repetitive. So what does the Strength card do? They have respect for a spiritual belief system. What? Okay. All right. So Leo is your opposite energy, right, Aquarius? So I feel like a Leo has respect for spirituality or respect for a spiritual belief system. A Sagittarius has self-respect for themselves. You're afraid of spirituality. Like, I don't. What do you think spiritual? Maybe you're afraid of manifestations, or it's like you're worried or nervous. Like, you're very afraid with the Nine of Swords. What do you think is going to occur? Oh, pride? You think somebody's going to be egotistical? Or you think somebody is going to show off? Let's see. Or you think somebody is going to have, like, maybe that mindset where, like, okay, I'm spiritual and I don't have to believe in this, that, and the third, or I don't have to do this. What do you think the outcome is going to be? Your cards aren't matching up. That's the odd part. Now you have the Two of Cups. See, normally when I pull pride, that would have been like the Six of Wands or something. Something's not matching up. What's actually going to occur as a result, and then we'll just figure out what's okay. Yeah, peace. And dominance and emotions. Maybe spirituality is going to help somebody control their emotions. Maybe they'll meditate, calm down. Like, I'm not I guess I don't really understand what your fear is, I'm assuming. The only thing I could think of is, like, say you're married or something, like, it's like, oh, I don't want, like, the only thing I could see here is like a man not wanting their wife or their girlfriend or their baby mother to do something spiritual or something like that. Like, I don't know. It's just something to help them control their emotions, to help them meditate or something like that. All right, what other energy should you be in here? You got skills, so you have Libra energy, personality. We got defiance and power. I just told Libra that they're supposed to go against whatever they were taught here. What's the outcome for you, Aquarius? Yeah, the truth about ambition. I just told Cancer. So if I feel like you're in a Cancer energy, are you working too hard when you don't have to? Or like you're repeating something that you don't have to repeat? Or you're going to see what that is. And I'm not telling somebody not to work. I don't know what. Okay, so what is the truth about what's being repeated or what's being worked on? Maybe somebody's building upon something that they shouldn't build upon. Like, maybe there's a business somebody's working on and they should let it go. Or maybe there's, like, we're working at this job and they're not giving me a promotion. What's the truth about ambition that you need? It's like you don't want it. Yeah, confidence. The Nine of Pentacles, you're already done. If this is you, I feel like if you're really worried, you're already done. You've already completed something, or you're already at a good point financially. Yeah, defense and fluidity. I'm also getting too, there's no need to I wouldn't put money into something. I feel like right now the important part for you, Aquarius, is to realize you're in Cancer energy. You're not in your own energy. I feel like that's the root of something. Okay. All right, so that was y'all's reading. All right, Scorpio is next. All right, Scorpios. Make sure y'all, if you're on TikTok, guys, really quick, because I see it's a few more of y'all in here. It'll be up on YouTube timestamped if you missed your zodiac sign. Also, do not get scammed. This is my only page. I will never DM you for any readings or any spell work or anything like that. And the only way to get a reading is to buy it from the store. It is up in my bio. All right. Also, what was I going to say? Oh, the readings are 30-minute videos that you get on YouTube. They are unlisted. They are private. Yes, I did do Sag. That was the second one. So it's up on YouTube. It's at 20 minutes. That is also an estimated timestamp. Of course, I forgot. Thank you so much, Positive Light. Thank you for the heart puffs. I appreciate you. All right, so Scorpios. What's the center of the reading for the Scorpios? Let's see. What's the center of the reading for the Scorpios? Okay, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. All right, that's a good reading to have. Luck is on your side. Did I do Virgo? Yes, I did Virgo at 30 minutes. That is on my YouTube as well. My YouTube, y'all, is the same username. It is EeshUrHeartOut. Same username. They used to let you link a YouTube on TikTok, but I guess, you know, the competition was getting stiff, so they don't let you automatically link it anymore. I could only put one link, I think. No, we didn't do Pisces yet. We got Scorpios, Aries, and then Pisces. All right, so luck is on your side, Scorpios. All right, what is the most important energy? What's the center here? Ambition. Okay, so this could be the Cancer in this case. All right, if you're dealing with a Cancer. I'm also getting to if you're worried about a career or a job. Thank you. Thank you, Ash. All right, so if you are worried about a job, a career, luck is on your side with getting an opportunity. If you guys are applying to something, going out and looking for something, luck is on your side with that. Or like I say, you could be dealing with a Cancer. All right, let's see. Or a Virgo. Ambition really is Virgo's card. All right, so what role do you play here? What role do you play here, Scorpios? Okay, finesse. So you might be trying to do something and it may not be working. All right, so that's okay. It's all right. I feel like that's why you need to know luck is on your side with finesse. Or if you're like just being intentional or you're planning to do something, you know, trying to take a shortcut. All right, so what's your intended outcome? Because it looks like you're going to get a different outcome than you expect. What's your intended outcome here, Scorpios? Interesting. Resilience. Okay, so I feel like you're planning on being able to handle something, or you're planning for something to be difficult. Hopefully you don't want somebody else to have a difficult time, but we'll see. What's actually going to occur here? Superstition. Aquarius. So in the Aquarius reading, literally they did not want to see change. That was one thing. So if it's you, they may not trust you. But I feel like if you're intending on, if this is within yourself and you're intent on being able to handle something, you're afraid. If this is somebody else, thank you. If this is someone else and you're trying to see if they can handle something, they may not trust it. What energy do you need to be in here, Scorpios? All right, sexuality, you may have to team up with a Gemini. I feel like, too, you need to rethink your decision. You need to rethink your decision. All right, you got sexuality, humor, and love. Or you need to partner up with someone. What are we worried about with superstition? Luck. Yeah, luck is on your side. You're like, oh, it's kind of like, yeah, I can handle this, but you're afraid that you won't get it, or you're afraid you won't get the opportunity. What is luck is on your side for you? What is lucky for you, or what's going to be the result of the luck for you, real quick, and then we'll get to tarot. What's going to be the result of the luck for you? Ooh, mood. So whose side? What? Whose side is the luck on? Okay, wait. So who's? Okay, so this. Okay. Who's Okay, this is another thing too. If you're trying to do something in a struggle way, right? Something's supposed to be difficult. Somebody's like, oh, I don't have enough time to do that. They may have to find a shortcut, or they're just like, no, I can't do that. Why would? Okay, I'm confused now. Okay, that's odd. So whose side is the luck on? Who does something work out for? Who does this work out for? Resistance. Okay, so what does this person resist? Fluidity. This is the thing. This is weird. Maybe the luck is on your side because you need to make this mistake so that you can move forward and fix something else. The person that this works out for, they resist spending money, or they resist investing in something, or they resist experimenting with something. And that's why something works out for them. What's the result of their luck? I feel like they're like, no, I'm not going to go with the flow. I'm going to be more intentional. So the result of their luck is guidance, focus, and skill. All right, so they become more, you got angel again and strength. So somebody becomes more, maybe more precise, or they're guided to listen and focus on something. That's odd. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what the hell. I don't. So I guess luck is on somebody else. I mean, you might be lucky that something didn't work out, though. Maybe it's not for you, but, you know, things could just not be for you. All right, so let's see. Ten of Swords, Knight of Swords, Mother of Baskets, the Seven of Swords. That's you. So you're coming out as the Seven of Swords. All right, we got the Six of Wands, the Judgment, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody all of a sudden is like, wait, hold on, let me save my money, literally. So I don't know if you're trying to get somebody to put money into something. They're like, oh, wait, hold on. Like at the last minute, they're like, wait, let me not put money into that. You're also blatantly, like if you're coming out as finesse and the Seven of Swords, we can blatantly see what you're trying to do. Like something is not sneaky. I'm also getting two, literally I see somebody saying, yeah, I saw you out there, or I saw you out in public. So if you're trying to do something, you are caught. Like we can see you. Like literally, I feel like somebody's like, yeah, I see you. Or the fuck? Okay, wait, hold on. And they're going to tell you it too. What's the Judgment? Somebody's like, yeah, I saw you with so-and-so. I saw you. I don't know what that is. All right, what's the Judgment? What are they saying? Yeah, literally vision. Somebody, I'm a beast. I'm a beast with it. I'm a beast. Somebody's like, yeah, I see you. So how is luck on your side with that? Maybe somebody's like letting you know beforehand before you get caught doing something. That could help you. Like if you're doing something illegal, somebody like, yeah, Scorpio, you know, we saw you down at I wouldn't. The fuck? All right, hold on. That's crazy. What do they, what do they see you doing? Like somebody's like, yeah, I see you, bro. Like, don't. I wouldn't go out there. I wouldn't do that, or like somebody can identify you or something like that. So this is the thing. The thing that you're doing is not working because we can see you. If you're wondering, it's public, or somebody may see you on social media doing something, or you know, we in the world of cameras is everywhere now. So if there's a Cancer involved and they're repetitively doing something for you, or yeah, something works out for this individual because they decide not to give you something, not to invest in something, not to spend money on something. Let's clarify with resilience real quick. You know, Scorpios, y'all always in some shit. I be trying to be, I be trying to be so unbiased, but every time I pull some cards for y'all ass. All right, let's see. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. What? What was your intended outcome with resilience? Maybe you're trying to look like something's difficult. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. You want something to look like it's an opportunity. This is weird how I'm reading this. This is weird. Because when I pull luck is on your side, it's almost like I'm supposed to read this like you're the lucky one. Or like something's going to go your way, or like there's supposed to be like this big opportunity. Yeah, somebody's supposed to give you money or something. You want somebody to give you money or invest in you, or give you something. Somebody's supposed to think that they're going to get a return on their investment or something like that. I feel like too, you're trying to get somebody to do the hard part, because if you're trying to get somebody to do the 10 of wands, you're trying to get them to do the hard part, and you're kind of like chilling or something. Hi. All right, so let's see. Okay, so what does somebody see that makes them like hold back? They're like, okay, wait, let me chill. So what do they see here? Or Justice, the Six of Cups, yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. They're not going to give you something. They're not going to invest in you. They may do something independently. I feel like somebody's going to save their money. I feel like too I feel like somebody dead ass sees you on TV, or sees you on their phone, or sees you in a picture, or what is this about? I don't know what I'm picking up on. Somebody like dead ass sees you on a photo. It could also be like you remind them of somebody. Maybe they've been through this before. If you guys are wondering if you should invest in something, I'm getting right now, you shouldn't. Something works out more if you don't spend your money, if you don't invest in something. But I feel like you're trying to get somebody to do it for you. Okay. All right. Well, what energy should you be in then, Scorpios? You're going to end up with a loss here with mood. What are you going to end up with a loss doing? So I feel like that's still lucky. Maybe it's a minor loss that you're able to get back from, or you're able to. What do you regret here, or what do you miss out on with mood? Yeah, potential. Okay. I feel like it was maybe a potential investment, or a potential work with someone or something like that. There's a superstition about luck. So there could also be like, okay, it didn't work out for the best for you. All right, what energy should you be in here? That, yeah, mood. I feel like you're supposed to be sad, or because if the advice is mood, right? When you get that energy, when you are sad, you will actually want to restructure something. You'll actually want to go and redo it and fix it. And like when you accept the part that something did not work, or that like there's some guilt, shame, when you accept that emotion, you're like, okay, bet, let me fix this. Or like if you do something, you get sick, you're like, okay, damn, I can't drink that then. I can't eat that then. I get sick. So I feel like something, it technically is working out for you. So I wouldn't pretend, like, don't pretend like you're happy, or don't pretend like something's going well. This is actually ironically a good thing for you. I know that may sound odd. Let's clarify what else with mood. This is Scorpio. Yeah, you got the Two of Swords. I feel like right now you're ignoring. Yeah, there's a Three of Swords. I feel like you're ignoring that you're sad. Um, you're trying to ignore those emotions. What triggered you here? I don't. Okay, what is necessary? Why is it necessary for you to feel mood? What's going to be the outcome for you, Scorpios? Or what will that, maybe it'll inspire you to do something? Resist. Exact. It's work. So something is working out for the person that's able to resist. That's what it is. Either they're resisting, holding back, they're not overindulging. That could be a thing. Like, say, I'm gonna give you another example. Say y'all go out and y'all drinking or something. You just throwing them back. The other person's like, okay, it's time to stop. They don't get sick, you do. Or okay, I mean, I don't know. It's just the fact that they're holding back. That is why something worked for them. They're able to resist, or they're able to resist temptations. That's the lesson that you're gonna learn. I feel like you're gonna get caught. I feel like the issue is you may be showing off. You're definitely showing something off, or people can see you, or you're not paying attention to the fact that people can see you here. Yeah, somebody's able to resist. That's why something worked out for them. So hold back. If it's not too late, I wouldn't just go do something. I wouldn't just go spend money on something. Hopefully it's not too late to give you that advice. Literally, you are going to be lucky that something did not work out, though. It just stops you from making that mistake again. All right, Aries. Aries is next. We got Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, and Taurus. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right. So Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, and Taurus. Ooh, okay, there we go. There we go. Where's my lip gloss? Let's do some lip gloss real quick. I've been on here for a little minute. Ooh, that's gold. All right, there we go. Not too bright. All right. Oh, hey on Twitch. Did I say hey? Did you just put that? Oh, yes, you just put that. Hi, welcome. Make sure you follow. I don't think I got any Twitch followers. I got kick people, though. Shout out to my kick. I got 8 people on there. I found my old Twitch, though. I think it's 40 people on there. I have to try to get that login. I couldn't log into it for some reason. All right, so let's see. What's the center of your reading, Aries? What's the center of you guys' reading? I kind of want to keep that, but I'm gonna shuffle one more time. It's the energy for the Aries. All right, the end of a tough cycle approaches. That's always good to hear. The end of a tough cycle approaches. All right, end of a tough cycle approaches. Let's see. All right, what is the scenario? You said what's Twitch? It's a streaming platform. I'm on all kinds of, I'm on everything. I'm on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and TikTok. If y'all are on TikTok, though, it will be up on my YouTube and saved and time-stamped. All right, so let's see. So what is this pertaining to Aries? The end of a tough cycle approaches. Resistance. Okay, so I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio. Something works out better for somebody that does not, they resist temptation, or they hold back, or they don't go spend something or go invest in something along those lines. All right, so resistance. All right, what role do you play here, Aries? Okay, superstition. Okay, so you're nervous. Okay. Hopefully the end of the tough cycle is for you. If you're nervous or you're afraid, things like that. All right, so let's see. What are you nervous about or worried about, Aries? Ambition. So you could be worried about your own career, or you're worried about a Cancer. You're worried about your own career. You're worried about a Cancer. You're worried. Okay. Or you're worried that something is going to repeat. All right. What energy should you be in here, Aries? Or you're worried about your job or something. What energy should you be in here? Okay. Connectivity. So Aquarius had the same advice, and it was either to keep the same perspective or to see the connection between two things. Okay, there's attitude again. Okay, so what is the connection? What's the cause here? And then we're going to see what it's connected to. All right, emotions. What is that connected to here? Ambition. So somebody's emotions are directly connected to their job, or like the reason something is being repeated or repetitive is because of their emotions. Okay, all right, let's see. Let me see, what's about to come to an end with this tough cycle? What's about to come to an end here? Yeah, the tough cycle, the difficulty. I don't know if this has anything to do with that Scorpio, but the plan was for something to be difficult, literally, and it wasn't difficult anymore. It just stops, or somebody holds back because they resist. So it stops being difficult for them. But literally, whatever somebody is struggling with. Okay, what is somebody struggling with? Or, all right, we have defiance here. All right, what's going to be the new cycle then? You got strength, guidance, and fight. We talked about Leo dealing with some type of chaos. Here's the Cancer being creative. Okay. It's like something was distracting somebody from being creative. There's power, voice. Okay. All right. Maybe somebody takes advice from a Leo and they go and create something, or they become more innovative. All right, let's see. But the struggle or the difficulty is going to be over with the Ten of Wands here. Let's see. Okay, justice. So right out the gate, we're starting with Libra energy. There's the Magician. Okay, there's the innovation. All right, there's the strength. What? All right, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, and then the Daughter of Baskets. Okay, so literally I see somebody resisting. They're holding back. I feel like if this has anything to do with spending money, somebody is saving it. The Three of Wands, King of Pentacles, they're holding on to it. They're going to wait. I see if these are people, it's like, now you can be innovation. You can be that. There's a Libra, Aries, Leo. It's like a Leo. If this is not the case, I feel like there's an energy where a Leo has manipulated or created something with dealing with a Libra. A Leo is directly responsible for creating this effect or creating this cause and effect. I feel like too, something being repetitive is manipulating something to like have a cause and effect here. Where are you at with superstition, Aries? But you're the Ace of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. What do you... It's interesting because the cards normally they match up, and it's like you're not you're nervous, but you're not nervous or something. You have an opportunity right here. Maybe you don't trust this job. Let's see. What do you have the opportunity to do with the Ace of Pentacles, Aries? Oh, and that was way too many. That was like 5 cards. Let's see. What do you have? What do you have the opportunity to do? Okay, you got respect and hustle. All right, and dominance and then confidence. So there's definitely something dealing with like finances or money here. I don't know if you're worried about your job. What do we create, or what do we turn something into with the Magician? Oh, there's defiance. So somebody so this is the issue. The difficult part is the defiant energy. We're going to figure out what the defiance is, right? So defiance means like maybe like envy, spite, jealousy, not listening, not paying attention to anything. Somebody manipulated somebody into being defiant, and that's why something is difficult. Okay, so we're getting to the root. I'm going to let's see. But somebody, let's keep in mind, somebody told somebody to do something, and that's why it's difficult, because somebody manipulated them into doing it. Okay, what is somebody told to go against or not listen to? Respect. It could literally be a Taurus. It's either a Taurus or literally like rules and regulations. It'd be like, okay, we all work together, right? There's a person here that's manipulating somebody into not following a rule on purpose, and that's why their job was difficult. What? It could be literally respect for leadership. Somebody is telling them not to do that. Like, don't listen to them. But that's why their job is difficult, or that's... So who told them to... It's like somebody told them to do this or tricked them into doing this. Who told them to do this? Defense. Exactly. Somebody that wants to, I guess, block them out. I guess they're trying to block somebody from getting a job, or block somebody from getting an opportunity. Blocking them from what? Dominance and confidence. Like somebody was able to control their own money or something like that, or control their own resources. Somebody's manipulating. What? Okay, so how does this... What's going to make this tough cycle end here? You said it's crazy. Let's see. What's going to make this tough cycle end here? Excuse me, y'all. All right, we got sexuality, guidance, and humor. Maybe they take advice from a Gemini. So something could be like, okay, this person told me not to listen to leadership. I'm going to go against this Taurus. In the midst of them going against the Taurus, they're like, okay, let me listen to this Gemini. It's like somebody listens to someone else, and they end up... There's innovation. There's intuition. So now they get to... Now they're following their intuition. This is ironic. I feel like something's going to end up ironically happening. You said I made you a believer today. Well, welcome. What is our intuition telling us to do here? Focus. Determination. All right, we got passion. There's Angel again. I just told y'all Scorpio was finesse. So I don't know if a Scorpio had anything to do with it. All right, so what does this person know to focus on here? Luck. Focus on time. I've been telling y'all that. Using your time wisely. Focus on like an opportunity. There's determination again. Okay, so what... This is what somebody knows to do, or somebody's intuition is going to kick in. So what is their... So if this is you, if this is within you, think about how much time you have to do something, how many hours you have in a day, or using your free time wisely. Like if you're worried about your own kind of career, maybe take your extra time or your extra hours to study something else, learn something else or something like that, or take your free time to go and get another job, or, you know, do some applications, do new resumes. But that is, somebody knows to focus on that. So what is their opportunity? What is their luck now? Or they have enough, they realize they have enough time to do innovation. I don't know if this is Cancer coming out for you, but they know to use their time to create this opportunity. Another thing, guys, if you're wondering, I always tell y'all what my favorite cards are personally. Instinct to me means you are making a clear-headed decision and you're following your gut instinct. When you get innovation, if you're wondering if, excuse me, if you wonder if something is going to work out for you, you can go ahead and do that project or that thing if you get innovation as a response. All right, so that's just a little, you know, like tarot tidbit. I feel like too, it's about using the time to finish something from start to finish. So if somebody's going to work on a goal, they're going to focus on it from start to finish. They're not going to take any breaks. The center of your reading also is resistance. So I want to point out with this too, I would recommend like maybe taking, like say you go out for drinks or you smoke or something like that. Maybe resist those things. That could be taking up some time or taking up your energy or something like that. What is some, because it's like now somebody's like, okay, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to create this. They literally create it from like start to finish or something like that. Let's see what intuition is. Let's get 4 cards for the instincts. Something could also work out because somebody's intuition is telling them that something is manipulation, right? Because we talked about, okay, somebody was manipulated into not listening. Like if this is at work, somebody was told not to listen to their, you know, manager or whatever, or supervisor or something like that. Okay, so let's see what somebody, let's see when we're following our intuition what's going to occur. Give me 4 cards, please. I guess I probably should have took that. It's okay. All right, let's see. Let's get 4 cards. Let's see. The Fool, the Devil, the Star. These are major. And then the 4 of Cups. So somebody does, the Devil card is like having information here. I feel like too, the 4 of Cups, they know that in the end something will be, like they'll be bored. Like if they don't resist in the meantime and focus on something, they will be bored in the outcome, or they'll be disinterested in the outcome. This is what they know to do. Okay, what are they doing in the Devil card? Yeah, there's their focus too in the Star. Yeah, that's Strength card. Yeah, strength and power and pride. I feel like somebody told somebody not to do something. All right, yeah, vision, change, spirituality again. All right, so I feel like a Sag, I remember them having spirituality as their advice. That's interesting. All right, what's the outcome for you, Aries? I don't know where you fall at in that. I feel like it's a lot of people you're reading, but you're in there somewhere, child. All right, fluidity, self-love, versatility, and humor. All right, so I feel like you're in the midst of that luck reading with the Scorpio or something. You're somewhere in the midst of that. All right. Okay. All right, Pisces is next, y'all. Pisces is next. All right, Pisces. What is this scenario for the Pisces? What's the center of y'all's reading? A time to give rather than take. All right, put that. That to me means like to put time and energy into something. All right, put the time into it, whether it's a project or something like that. You may have to pay for something to work out in that scenario, but be mindful, you know, don't spend recklessly or anything like that. Oh, there's hustle. All right, so let's see. All right, what is the scenario at hand for the Pisces? All right, truth. We see the truth. What role do you play here, Pisces? Okay, resistance. All right, so maybe you're the person in the Scorpio reading. Something works out for you because you're resisting. But let's see. What are you resisting, though, in your reading? You've been resisting for a while, actually. You've been resistance for like three readings or something like that. All right, so what are you resisting, though, this time? What are you resisting? Inspiration. Literally, yeah, I feel like you're resisting temptation. If this is a person, you could be resisting an Aquarius. All right, there's luck. All right, but you could be resisting an Aquarius's fortune, something that works out for them, or you're resisting inspiration. Literally, you're resisting like temptation. All right, but the center of this is truth. So the truth about what? Truth about what? Okay, it can't. Oh, Aquarius. I just said that. Okay, so if you're resisting Aquarius energy, Aquarius came out as style today. So this could be either the truth about a Cancer or the truth about an Aquarius. I feel like you're going to see the truth is like an Aquarius is doing something because of a Cancer or something like that. Okay, what is the truth here? Luck again. I can't make it up. It's right there. All right, so the truth about somebody's time or energy or their opportunity, or the truth about the way something is going. It's like almost something is switching fortunes. Like an Aquarius is doing something because of a Cancer. That's it. Point blank period. Or it's like their fortunes are switched almost. So what is this fortune over here? Okay, knowledge. All right, so this fortune means that somebody has information. What do they have knowledge about? That's how something works out here. Knowledge, sexuality, and order. That was Sagittarius had knowledge and sexuality of one in readings, child. I don't. Okay. And then what is the luck over here? So knowledge about choices or knowledge about decisions. And this luck is innovation. So over here, we're able to create. But you're resisting the opportunity to create something. Let's see. What energy should you be in? They could work together. It's like if we're talking about people working together, the Cancer has the information, but the Aquarius may have like all the other tools. So they may have like the money, the community. They can, they'll be able to sell the product or something like that. It's like something needs to work together possibly, but it's like you're resisting that Aquarius's fortune, and you're going to see the truth about a Cancer's fortune. And their fortune is knowledge. That's interesting. Okay. What energy should you be in here, Pisces? You should be in mystery. Okay. Sometimes you may need to hide something, but there could be some confusion. But if the advice is hiding something, I'll ask what you should keep to yourself, and then if it's, you know, something that's really, really needs to be a secret because people cross-watch, then it might be a brief reading because of that. All right, so what do you need to hide here, Pisces? Okay, why? What's the result of you keeping this to yourself? First of all, the result of you keeping something to yourself is somebody's going to tell on themselves first or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's what that is, but we'll see. But keep something to yourself, and then I feel like you're going to be able to move accordingly. I wouldn't share it with somebody right now. All right. I'm also getting too, if you're able to create something for yourself, don't tell somebody how you created it. Don't tell somebody what you did or your process, or I would even keep something to yourself until it's done or whatever. You got the Daughter of Coins, Nine of Pentacles. There's the Ten of Swords. There's the Nine of Swords. So that could have been the Aries was worried and the Aquarius was worried. All right, we have the Moon, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. And there's the Cancer again. Okay. What is the worry about here? What are we worried about or nervous about in this reading? Somebody's nervous about a Sagittarius. Okay. Why? They're scared. Oh, there's the Queen of Wands. Somebody's afraid of a Sagittarius and a Cancer. Because a Cancer was Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Lord. All right, what? Why is somebody nervous about a Sagittarius? Are they afraid? What the hell? They're afraid of them or something? They're nervous about them? Oh. Power? Why? What are they saying? Or what is their power? Somebody makes a decision and it offends somebody. What is the self-esteem? What triggers somebody's self-esteem? They're afraid of this person? Somebody's afraid of it. Okay, I don't really understand that. Okay, what is your energy down here in these 8 cards? I'm trying to figure out what they say or what they do. So you're rebellion. All right, but your advice is mystery, so I'm not going to put too much out there for you because I feel like something is, you're supposed to keep something a secret anyway. What is the outcome for you here? Okay. Just you'll be good. Just your thing is a time to give rather than take, and your energy is supposed to be mystery. So I feel like if you're working on something, go ahead and invest in it and put the time and energy and effort into it, and then just keep it to yourself until you're done. That's the best. I feel like that's the best advice to give you. Maybe not even tell somebody. Maybe they'll mess up the energy associated with what you're trying to do. That could be why you need to keep something a secret. All right, next up we got Capricorn and Taurus. All right, and that is last but not least. That's ironic because the Capricorn and the Taurus energy came out in the very first reading that I did. They came out in the Leo reading. All right, Capricorns, what is the energy surrounding my Capricorns here? You and your loved ones are safe. All right, so if you're worried about your family or anything like that, you guys are good. Even if it seems like something's going against your family or whatever, it's not. You're protected. All right, let's see. So what is the situation at hand here, Capricorns? Okay, connectivity. We mentioned that I think Sag had connectivity and they got to open up their mindset and they need to have faith. But this could be a trap mindset here as well. But there's a couple of people that had that today. Thanks for following, by the way. All right, so what role do you play here, Capricorns? Okay, so you're causing a change. Okay, what was the scenario before? You're changing something. You're the cause of this change. Oh, you're the person that somebody's afraid to see. I forget who. All right, let's keep going. What was the situation before? It was self-love. What is it being changed into? So somebody's comforting themselves, focusing on themselves. Okay, emotions. Okay, so at first somebody is able to control their emotions. Now they're getting triggered. You're triggering somebody here. Uh-oh. All right, so what did you do to change this, Capricorn? So now somebody is emotional because of you. They were able to control themselves at first before, but what did you do to change this? Guidance. Hopefully this isn't you. If you were comfortable, do not allow somebody to change your like emotions here, or don't let somebody get you into an emotional standpoint. But what were you guided by? Okay, perspective. Okay, this could be your own perspective. Perspective on what? This is your own perspective on what here? Oh, connectivity. So what did, what did that guide you to do? Let's see. It guided you to self-love. So this must be somebody outside of you. So this is the thing. You viewed something. You saw something going on. You started to become comfortable within your own self, or make sure that you were comfortable first. And that changes another individual. They were doing something out of self-love, and now they're having an emotional outburst, or now they're not able to control their emotions. You watched, it's like you're, say it's you and two other, say it's you and another person. You see this person and you're like, okay, bet I'm gonna, I'll make sure that I'm comfortable too. I'll make sure my emotions, I'm gonna control my emotions, make sure I'm comfortable first before caring about somebody else. That is what causes the change. Now somebody's gonna have emotional outbursts. Okay. What is connectivity? A trap mindset about what? Leo and fighting. Okay, Leo, fighting, and voice. So I just talked about, this is literally from the first reading that I did. This has something to do with the Leo and the Cancer having a discussion here. Okay. Or like the Leo having like that chaotic, like something being chaotic. Okay, let's. And you're watching this. You're watching this occur. And so you're like, okay, bet. You know what? I need to make sure that I put myself first. And that's going to cause a chain reaction. Okay. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. There's a Temperance. There's a 7 of Swords. So that was the Scorpio got caught. Okay, so... Okay, so I feel like a Sagittarius caught the Scorpio. All right, the 9 of Wands. So now they're mad. I feel like they're mad that this is a chain reaction. Somebody's mad they get called out. The 2 of Swords. Here's the Tower, Ace of Cups, and then the Fool. All right, y'all know when we get to the end, all the readings be tied together, child. All right, let's... Oh, Lord. All right, so what's the Temperance doing? Their defiance. What are they told to do? So they're going against the grain. They're not listening to something. What were they told to do? Rebel. They were told to rebel. What are they doing instead in the Temperance? So somebody's being told to be rebellious. They have respect for somebody. So who told to what? All right, slow down. All right. So the Sag, somebody's like, hey, be rebellious. They're like, no, I'm going to have respect for that. Or I'm going to follow the rules. I'm going to follow the regulations. Who told them to do that? A Leo. It's literally, it's a Leo, angels. I don't know if it's a Leo telling them or somebody with like a Leo placement. What the hell is all this, child? Okay. All right, so Leo's like, yeah, Sag, like, go ahead and rebel. It's okay, blah, blah, blah. The Sag is like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have respect, or I'm going to follow the rule. Okay, what is the rule that they're following, or what do they have respect for? Resistance. They're going to resist. That's the luck. That go, okay, so these are all connected. I have no idea how. In the Scorpio reading, luck was on your side. They came out of the 7 of Swords. They were caught. Something did not work out for them. because they did not resist. What did Sagittarius decide to do? They were like, no, I'm going to resist this. Maybe they resist temptation, or they're going to have respect for the rules and regulations. What are they resisting here? So they're like, no, I'm not going to do something. I'm not going to do that. Or they could be resisting. Okay, you got innovation, hustle, and vision. They might be resisting manipulating something or some sort of manipulation. Okay, so we got the Seven of Swords. Now somebody is caught. What is the judgment? What is the realization, or what are we saying here? And I'm going to see what the Tower is. All right, we got personality, sexuality, defense, and leadership. So somebody doesn't want to listen. Okay. What is the result of the Tower? What did we expect here? What is expected? Determination. What's actually going to occur? Pride. I said that. The Scorpio gets caught out of pride or ego. They get caught because they're showing off, or they get caught because we can see them. What's your energy down in these 8 cards, Capricorn? You got courage. Okay, so what do you have the courage to do here? You've got resilience and luck. So you're not going to take a shortcut. You're going to go ahead and just do the work, or you're going to do, what is your luck here? What's an opportunity for you? Okay, confidence. All right, 9 of Pentacles. There's Angel again. And then there's the Scorpio. They're sad, or they're in a bad mood. So they're going to learn how to resist. Okay, I'm assuming. All right. You could have Sag placements. Maybe this is a part of your reading too. That's a weird reading. What is this? I don't know what the hell. Maybe there's a 7 of Swords again. What is going on? Let's see in this reading. What's the intended outcome in this reading? Like somebody is shocked that they got called out. So the intended outcome here is a distraction or a conflict or a fight. There's a Sagittarius. I feel like somebody wants to fight a Sagittarius or distract them or fight with them. Somebody wants to fight with a Sagittarius. What? All right, what actually happens? What actually occurs? So literally the strategy or the plan or the intention is to fight with somebody. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the Ace of Swords. It doesn't happen. I feel like too, this is a major arcana here. So somebody has to, they're not a major player unless they fight, or unless they argue, or unless they get in competition. If they don't fight or argue, they're not significant, or their energy is not as significant. Yeah, they're literally, here is the intuition. They know, they're like, no, I'm going to follow. I got to follow that rule, or no, I'm not going to rebel. I'm going to have this standard, or I'm going to follow this standard. Literally, these were the same cards that came out in the first reading with the Leo. They're like, no, I'll just follow the rule. It's okay. Why is it important to fight with this person or to distract this person? The Lovers, the 4 of Pentacles, and then the Emperor. So then it will look like it's going in the opposite direction of them, or it looks like it works out for them. What is the point of fighting with this person? I'm not even sure what role you even... Yeah, luck. I guess it causes an opportunity for them. All right. What other energy should you be in, Capricorns? Let's see. So somebody's going to have an emotional outburst because you love yourself. And I feel like you could have... This could be your energy integrated. Like, you're like, no, I'm just going to have patience. I'm going to wait. I'm going to follow the rules. I'm not going to rebel. And it works out for you because you're calm, and then somebody else is going to have an emotional outburst. What triggers this person's emotions? Like, I don't even know what you're doing out of self-love. Yeah, guidance, that you actually listen. I feel like, too, You saw this person. We can't forget that part. You're guided by your own perspective of that person, of this individual. So now you're like, okay, bet, well, I'm going to love myself. And that's what triggers, yeah, you're in confidence again. You're in the Nine of Pentacles. That's what's triggering them. I'm also getting to, you're supposed to fight with other people, but you get along with them or something like that. That could trigger them. What's the outcome for you, Capricorns? We're going to do Taurus because that looks crazy. Yeah, fight and finesse. It's not going to work. I feel like it's a repetitive attempt too. Interesting. Interesting reading there. All right, we're going to do, who we got left? Taurus. We got Taurus left. Okay. Let's see, Taurus. All right, what is the energy surrounding Taurus here? What's the energy surrounding Taurus? Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So that is what came out in the Leo reading. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this works out. All right, prosperity lies ahead. All right, what is the situation here for y'all? What's the situation here? Okay, resilience. Capricorn had the courage to see something through to the end. They are resilient. Something could be difficult, maybe difficult to handle here. All right, what role do you play here, Tauruses? Okay, order. These are similar to Leo. So you're trying to organize something. You're trying to plan something. There could be something that's a little chaotic while you're trying to plan it. All right, what are you trying to plan or organize here, Taurus? You're trying to plan a blockage, okay? You're like, okay, we have to block this out or we have to stop this from happening. You could be trying to protect something. All right, what are you trying to block out or stop from occurring? You're trying to plan ahead to stop something from occurring. All right, what are you trying to block out? Order. So it's almost like you're planning to block out somebody else's plan. Your plan or you, maybe you're like, okay, if I organize it before this person does, then, you know, it stops them from being able to plan it or it stops them from being able to organize something. I'm also getting to, you're trying to plan ahead so that it blocks out any chaos. All right, what energy should you be in here, Taurus? Okay, vision. So if you're trying to plan ahead, of course, you need to see, you know, all of the parts of it. But what do you need to see clearly here? Ambition was Cancer, but you need to see a pattern and truth. You need to see the truth about a Cancer's work. You need to see the truth about a repetitive cycle or the truth that a Cancer is working or building up something. Okay. What do you do with the information that you see here? Okay, so you got ambition, self-esteem, mystery, and courage. All right, let's... Maybe a Cancer keeps repeating something. They feel insecure. They're building upon something because they're worried or nervous, or maybe you need to see how much... Yeah, there's a Page of Swords. You need to observe something for yourself first. If you're taking somebody else's word for something, you need to go observe something firsthand, up close. All right, let's see. So somebody's going to look back at all the times that they created something. They're looking at, okay, I saved time by creating this. That's what somebody's looking at. All right, because they did not notice this before. You got the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and then the King of Wands. So you got two pairs of kings here. You got the Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, Magician, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. I feel like, first of all, you are in the Four of Swords. If you don't notice something, that means you're not paying attention to it. But when you have pairs, I feel like not only is somebody is good at saving their money and budgeting, or they're paying attention to what they're putting their money into. I'm also getting to the person is very confident and self-aware. But the only thing that is missing is probably, I'm getting clear vision and being able to be focused. If you're wondering within yourself why something isn't working out, it's like you have the confidence, you have the knowledge, the creativity, you have the money to do something, but you're not focused and you cannot maybe control your emotions very well. That could be what's going on, but this could also be somebody outside of you. Because I feel like you're the Four of Swords. If your advice is vision, it's just something that you're not able to see here clearly. So what is your energy down here in these 8 cards? Let's see. What's your energy down here in these 8 cards? Okay, it's almost like you are focused. So what are you focused on? Resistance and finesse. So you're like, okay, I wanna resist this shortcut, or you're trying to resist a Scorpio. Yeah, somebody's trying to get somebody to rebel. This is odd. Okay. What is the Magician creating here? Or able to create? Okay, spirituality, respect, and versatility. So I feel like they have optimism. They're able to create something for themselves. They're creating their own standards. All right, Taurus, you're typically respect. Yeah, there's that Cancer. That's hard for me to explain, but I feel like you need to see that a Cancer is working or building up on something. If you guys have a job where you're able to choose who's like getting promotions or who deserves something, I feel like a Cancer has been putting in a lot of work and you're not able to see it. That's one thing I'm seeing. What's the center of this? The time to get, oh no, prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so what opportunity lies ahead for you, Taurus? Somebody is, okay, hear me out. Somebody has strong intuition and somebody is worried that that person is not, they're going to have too much pride to transition to a trapped mindset because their intuition is strong. And that's what somebody is worried about. They're like, that person, I don't know if they're like, that person's too smart, or what are they supposed to have a trapped mindset about? It's like you won't be able to change this person's mind because their intuition is too strong. Like they'll trust themselves too much. What is the, okay, what will they have a trapped perspective about? Okay, hustle. It could be abundance. It could be, okay, so it says hustle and spirituality. So maybe somebody is spiritual and they feel like they are supposed to be modest or humble or not make money or not believe in abundance. Or like somebody's supposed to be able to have their mind changed. And it has something to do with a connection between a religious belief system and money. What is their intuition telling them? And somebody's afraid of that? I don't know who that is, but... Okay, so their intuition is telling them guidance. They know to listen to something. Okay, to listen to who? Not only just their intuition, but listen to who? Or what? Personality. Okay. And what are they being guided to do here? Be themselves, angel. It's a Sagittarius, healing and confidence. This is the Sag and the Capricorn reading. So who's afraid of that? There's like, no, I don't want them to follow their intuition. I want them to have a trap mindset about money, or who's nervous about that? Or marriage and religion. Oh, passion. Maybe somebody wants to have sex with the person. Passion and love. Excuse me. I don't know what. Okay, so what does this person desire from this individual? I don't know why they have to. Oh, sex. It's probably sex or something. All right, I'm also getting too, they want to be able to, somebody doesn't want somebody to trust themselves, or they're sexually attracted to them or something like that. I don't know why I don't know what the tribe mindset about money had to do with it, but that's a part of it. But yeah, that's your reading. So that's your reading, y'all. We're done. If you're on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube. I'm about to timestamp it now, so just give it a few minutes to load up. If y'all want personal readings, y'all can check it out in my bio. You just buy it from the store. You get a 30-minute reading for 33 bucks. And it's an unlisted video. Next time you guys catch me live, just a reminder, if you ever have personal questions and you do catch me live, you can get $5 questions. Instead of having to do a reading, you can just ask one quick question, and it's Cash App. And yes, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are great. Thank you for helping me build my channels back up. I appreciate the support. And y'all have a good one.